Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today, we've got another MLB slate. I believe we got 16 games, a full slate, plus a doubleheader. So we're not going to waste any time on this, so you guys know what to do. Quickly, just go down, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with the video here at Earl Sports Bets. You can also follow us on our social medias at BetsEarl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram. We also have a Discord chat if you guys want to join that. The link to that is in the description of the video down below. We also have our contest going on right now, where all you gotta do is give your best bet for each video. You can give it for this baseball video, you can give it for today's NBA video, and you can give it for the NHL video as well. You can do 3 picks a day. One per video, and a quick look at the standings for that. We still got Wheezy in first place at 7.75 units. Katie Fisher at 4.82, and Andres Money at 4.70. So we got the same top 3, but all you guys gotta do is put your best bets in the comment section below, and if you start hitting, you can catch up to these guys. You still got 10 days, so there's still plenty of time. So all you guys gotta do is give your best bets for that.
Best bets, along with make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to the ESB Shorts channel and following us on either Instagram, Twitter, or in our Discord.
All right. Now a recap of yesterday. You want to go first?
Yesterday was a 4-3 day for me. Ultimately profited, 1.7 units, so that's quite nice. Got wins from St. Louis, got the under in San Francisco. That under with San Francisco just seems to be printing money this year.
It is.
I got the win with Milwaukee, got the win with Seattle. Unfortunately, I don't know what the hell happened to Lucas Giolito, so that one kind of blew up in my face. And I decided to try to go with the Seattle Dodgers over on that one. The game ended 4-3, so I was close, but not quite there. Now 44-42 this year, up 6.81 units. Let's keep making money today.
Oh yeah, and I went 4-1 yesterday. I had Seattle plus 175. I just thought that was a great spot. They ended up cashing for me. Seattle sneaky good this year. Had Tampa Bay first 5. They cashed as well, scoring in the top of the 5th. Milwaukee first 5. Milwaukee full game. Both those cashed as well. My only loser is loser that my brother had here too, which was Chicago first 5 with Lucas Giolito on the mound, absolutely imploding. So 4-1 day, I end up profiting 4.44 units. Thank you to Milwaukee and Seattle. I also added in Texas. So I had after the video, so I had a really good day yesterday. But let's try to keep it going here. I'm 41-40, hitting at only 51%, but I'm up 7 units. Oh, yeah. So gotta love it there.
Yeah, yesterday was a great day for all 3 of our videos, so
yeah. Let's keep it going today.
Hell yeah.
And let's start it off here with the LA Dodgers and the Seattle Mariners.
You made sure we're on the right scene, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Let's start it off with the LA Dodgers and the Seattle Mariners. Minus 181 for the Dodgers, plus 166 for the Mariners. We get Julio Reyes taking on Marco Gonzalez. And your thoughts on this one?
To start off this video, I'm gonna be passing on a play. I started looking at this one. I'm really started looking towards Seattle again because they've been solid this year. I'm gonna make sure I'm correct on this before I say it.
First place. Well, by a game and a half.
I was gonna say they're tied for the second best team in baseball. So we get the best team against the second best team right now. So
correct.
It's Seattle's only tied with Boston, but I think this is a very solid matchup. I would lean slightly towards the Seattle Mariners in this one again. Urias is nothing special, so it's not like we're facing a Kershaw or Bauer or Bueller or any of those. So I do think that Seattle definitely has a shot tonight. But I'm gonna wait to see if I can get Seattle at plus 175 again. If I can, I'm gonna grab it. If not, I'll just lay off this one, and if Seattle wins again, I'll grab Seattle tomorrow.
Yeah, I like this. I like this spot for Seattle again. They've been playing really well lately, and there's no way the Dodgers lose 3. No, I'm just kidding. But this is going to be a pass for me. I definitely lean towards the Seattle Mariners. There's value on them. I have this game priced at a plus 145 for them. So you are getting a good 20 cents of value. So usually I'd go to this. But I'm going to lay off of Seattle today. I feel like I'm just going to go on, take the money and run, take the Seattle money from yesterday and run with it. So pass for me here. Next, we get the Cleveland Indians hosting the Chicago White Sox. Carlos Rendon taking on Zach Plesac, and these two guys faced off last time against each other. And Carlos Rendon, he had a decent game that night. I believe he only threw like a no-hitter or something like that. And for this spot, I'm going right back to Cleveland. I like the Indians in this spot. I feel like this is a good bounce back spot for Zach Plesac. And one thing I'll look to do is if a pitcher throws a no-hitter, I'm looking to fade them the next game. So give me the Indians here plus 102. I like their bullpen as well, which is 5th in the MLB. And Zach Plesac, I think, is a decent pitcher that should bounce back against a team that absolutely lit him up last time. So I like Cleveland in this spot.
No, I'm in the same boat as you. I'm going Cleveland as well. Fade the pitcher that gets the no-hitter, and if he burns you again, that's whatever. Because most of the time, after a no-hitter or perfect game, besides very few instances, the pitcher doesn't pitch well the next game and normally gets a loss. Rondon is definitely due for some regression. He's pitched like 14 innings this year and allowed 2 hits, and he's definitely bound for regression. Even after a long outing last week where he pitched 112, 115 pitches, somewhere in that ballpark. I think that Cleveland's going to come out. They're going to come out angry, and they're going to come out and wanting to hit. So I'm going to grab Cleveland Indians in this one.
All right, our next game here is the New York Yankees taking on the Atlanta Braves. Jameson Taillon taking on Charlie Morton for this matchup, minus 117 for the Yankees, plus 107 for the Braves. Right back to you.
I still don't think Yankees should be favorites against anybody right now. They are the worst team in the American League. They are the second worst team in the league, only behind the Colorado Rockies. And you're telling me they're favorites against an Atlanta team that's starting to wake up? No, thank you. I'm grabbing Atlanta in this one. Morton's a solid pitcher. I do like that matchup. Taillon he's not anything special, and the Yankees' offense is not performing. Atlanta's offense is performing. We saw that their last game against Chicago, putting up 13 runs. So Azuna's waking up. Freeman's waking up. Azuna's waking up. Atlanta's starting to become a dangerous team. I'm going right back to Atlanta today.
Yeah, this is a pass for me, though. These are just two teams I can't really trust right now. Both these teams are off to slow starts. I think they're both going to be playoff teams at the end of the day. But, I mean, it's probably a dog or pass spot for me here. But I just don't see enough value at plus 107 with the Braves to bet it. So I'm going to just be passing on this game. Which brings us to our next one here. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Cincinnati Reds. We have Zach Gallen and Luis Castillo, minus 139 for the Reds, plus 129 for the Diamondbacks. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, this one's a fade for me. I'm not really going after this one. I was looking at the Reds early, but the line just didn't look very appealing to me at minus 139, and I don't want to really take them on the run line. If anything, favoring a little bit towards the under in this one, so I don't think that the high enough scoring for a run line to be able to try to hit. This one's ultimately just a pass for me. I have 6 plays today, so I'd rather go after those instead.
Yeah, and this is actually a play for me here. I really like this spot for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I think that they are undervalued here right now. I have this game lined at plus 117, and we're getting the Diamondbacks around at plus 130. I bet them at plus 131, but I don't mind them at plus 129 as well. I'm a huge fan of Zach Gallen. I think he's going to have a good year. He looked decent in his first start off of an injury, so that's why he only went 4 innings. where he gave up 1 run on 3 hits, struck out 8 batters, only walked 2 in 4 innings pitched. So I like Zach Gallen in the spot. I think he's going to have a good game, and I think they're going to win. So Arizona Diamondbacks plus 129. I'm betting that today. All right, our next game here is the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Detroit Tigers, minus 120 for the Tigers, plus 110 for the Pirates. Michael Fulmer versus Tyler Anderson in the spot. And looking at this game, I bet this one last night, and unfortunately this is a play that the lines moved so much that I can't give it out during the video. I bet Pittsburgh last night at plus 120, and this line's moved to where, according to my numbers, it's only 2 cents of value. So for the video purposes, I'm going to be passing on this play now. But I like Pittsburgh in this matchup, especially if they can get to that Tigers bullpen, which is worse than the MLB at a 7 ERA. So I like Pittsburgh in this matchup. I bet Pittsburgh in this matchup at plus 120, but at plus 110, it's just not enough value for me to get there for a video pick. Well, yeah.
Yeah, this one's a pass for me. Even though it is Detroit and Pittsburgh, Detroit should never be favorites right now. They've lost 4 straight games. They're just on a decline, as we expected them to have a little bit of regression after their semi-decent start. Going up against a Pittsburgh team that is, hey, they're in front of the Cubs. No, this one's a pass for me too. I can't really trust either of these teams. If I got Detroit at plus money, maybe I'd be interested. But seeing that Detroit's favorited, this one's a pass for me. I'm not going to be interested in going after it.
All right. Next, we get a marquee matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and the Miami Marlins. We're getting Nick Neidert versus the Dark Knight, Matt Harvey. Minus 118 for the Marlins, plus 108 for the Orioles. Your thoughts on this game?
I think you're being very nice by still calling him the Dark Knight. He's more like the Dark Knight in a nursing home. But no,
The Dark Day.
Yeah, the Dark Day. There you go. He can't make it tonight. No, I'm liking Miami in this matchup. Minus 118. I'm fine with laying that money. I think I'm going to be on the regiment of fade Matt Harvey for the rest of his career. Miami is halfway decent this year. They're 7-8. They're above where we thought they were going to be. Actually, I was a little bit higher on them, but and then Baltimore is around. They're in the same spot, but I'm gotta go after Nieder. Nieder's been having a under the radar year. He is 0-0, 4 ERA, but he's been pitching decent. Where was it? Yeah, he allowed four runs among 9 innings. 1 run against the Mets, 3 runs against Atlanta. So nothing that he's been having a sneakily good year. But so I'm grabbing Miami in this one.
Yeah, I'm doing the exact same thing here. I like Miami in this spot, and I'm on that fade Matt Harvey till his career's over train. I'm taking Miami full game. I'm also hopping on them first 5 at minus 115. I think that they can easily have a lead by the end of the 5th inning because I don't trust Matt Harvey. So this is, I think, an easy spot for me to fade Harvey and get plus money to do it with the first 5 minus a half. So give me that line right there. And we'll move on to our next game. Yeah, first 5 minus a half.
Yeah, I looked up and I saw the St. Louis and Washington's at minus 110. I'm like, wow, money came in on Washington, and then I realized it was first 5.
Yeah. But, yeah, we'll look at this Washington game now. We have the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Washington Nationals. Minus 124 for the Nationals, plus 114 for the Cardinals. We're getting Patrick Corbin versus Adam Wainwright in this matchup. And looking at this matchup, it's a pretty easy play for me. It's the Cardinals. I see a little bit of value on them. I have this game lined around a plus 108 for them, so not crazy value for them. But this is a plain and simple fade of Patrick Corbin. Corbin has not looked good this year at all. Let's see where his
0-2, 21 ERA. He's
Yeah.
allowed 15 runs in like 6 innings.
Yeah, so this is a strict fade of Patrick Corbin, and I'm going to do that until he can prove this otherwise, and we're getting plus money to do it. So also, I want to take a quick look at first 5. Minus 110, minus 110.
Yeah, no.
No, thank you. All right, so it's just the full game here for the Cardinals, plus 114 versus the Washington Nationals for me.
No, I'm all aboard on that one as well. There should be no reason why the Washington Nationals are favored in this game, considering that they're just not where you want them to be. You can't do alternate run line with first 5. Got it.
No.
No, I don't like Washington right now. They do still have some of their big players, but they just need to start hitting. Wainwright, feel like can have a good bounce back game. He's had 2 rough games so far, where he's went in. He's had 3 games, and one of them was good. He's done 12.2 innings this year, allowing 10 runs on 19 hits. He's having a little bit of a rough start to the year. The only good portion was a no decision against Milwaukee, where he allowed 1 run in 5 innings. I think a bounce back game is definitely in play here. I'm going right back to the St. Louis Cardinals after their big win yesterday.
All right, our next game here is going to be the San Francisco Giants and the Philadelphia Phillies, where you have Logan Webb taking on Zach Wheeler in this matchup, minus 148 for the Phils, plus 137 for the Giants. Where are you looking for this game?
I'm pulling back out my money printer and going under. Giants have been a under team like, what was it, 8 out of 10 games or something in that nature. It's just been a money printing machine for the unders for the Giants, strictly because they have a good bullpen and they can't hit. So I can see another 2-0 game coming out of, and then Philadelphia winning today. But I can see another 2-0, 3-0 game and cashing that ticket. Not picking a side because I'm not going to lay the minus 148. And I'd rather not lay a plus 137 on the Giants when they're going up against Zach Wheeler. So under for me on this one, minus 8.5, or 8.5, minus 117.
All right. Yeah, and for me, I am picking a side in this one. I'm going to look first 5 innings, though, because there is a spot I like here, because I don't want to lay minus 155 or anything like that. But I have no problem laying minus 115 with the minus half a run for the first 5 with Zach Wheeler. I really like him as a pitcher. I think he's could be an ace on a bunch of different pitching staffs, and he's behind Aaron Nola in this one. But I like Zach Wheeler. He has struggled his last 2 starts, but this Giants hitting is not good at all. So I mean, I can see him racking up some strikeouts today, getting some good innings pitched, and the Phillies having like a 2-0 lead at the end of the 5th. So give me the Phillies here minus a half a run versus the San Francisco Giants. I like this spot for the Phillies. All right, our next game here is the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. Minus 112 for the Red Sox, plus 102 for the Blue Jays, over under of 8.5 runs. We get Hyun-Jin Ryu versus Eduardo Rodriguez in this matchup. And for me, it's a slight lean towards the Red Sox in this game, but nothing crazy. Eduardo Rodriguez has looked pretty decent this year. He's 2-0, 3.6 ERA, 1 whip, 12 strikeouts, and 10 innings pitched. So he's looked pretty solid so far at the start of the year. But Hyun-Jin Ryu is not someone I want to fade at all. So this game overall is going to be a pass for me. I don't see any value on either side. So no action for me here. Red Sox and Blue Jays, what are you looking at?
I'm looking right at Toronto. You're giving me plus money for Hyun-Jin Ryu. He's 1-1 with a 1.89 ERA. He's been pitching quite solid this year. He's pitched 19 innings, and it's allowed 4 runs. So the main reason why he hasn't been getting wins, he's 1-1. He could be 3-0 right now because Toronto's not giving run support, and the bullpen blew it 1 game, I believe. I'm grabbing Hung-Ching Ryu in this one. I think he can have a solid start against a Red Sox team, and you're giving me plus money to do it.
All right. Our next game here is going to be the New York Mets taking on the Chicago Cubs. Minus 125 for the Mets, plus 115 for the Cubs. Jake Arrieta versus Tajon Walker in this matchup. What are you looking at for this one?
This one's a pass for me. I don't see enough value in there. Minus 125 for the Mets. I think that's right where it's supposed to be. I would be leaning slightly towards Chicago, just because I don't mind the Jake Arrieta at plus money. He is 2-1 this year. ERA slightly above 3. So I mean, he's not had a terrible start to the year. One bad game, not really, against Milwaukee where he allowed up 3 runs in 5 innings. So he has been a solid pitcher. Whether or not the Mets can get to him, I don't know. Looking at this one's probably a pass, maybe a slight lean towards the under in this one at 7.5. But other than that, not really too interested.
There's a play for me here. I just made that bet now, and I'm going with the Cubs in this matchup. I have this game lined at a pick'em, and we're getting plus 115 with the Cubs at home versus a Mets team that's still yet to prove to me that they can score runs. They're averaging 3.08 runs per game, which is 30th in the MLB. Their pitching has been phenomenal, so that's one thing I do give them. But I mean, I see the hitting. Yeah, the hitting is going to be really bad in this game. So an under, I think, is definitely in play as long as the wind's not blowing out. But I think the Cubs can win this matchup tonight. They have the bullpen advantage as well because the Mets bullpen will find a way to blow it, and Tajon Walker's only going to give you 5-6 innings. So they're going to find a way to do that. But I like the Cubs in this matchup, plus 115. I have this priced at it should be a plus 100 either way. So value on the Cubs, and I'm betting the value. So give me the Cubs in this matchup versus the New York Mets. Our next game here is the Tampa Bay Rays and the Kansas City Royals. Minus 109 for the Royals, minus 101 for the Rays. We're getting Rich Hill versus Brad Keller in this matchup. And looking at this game, I lean towards the Rays here, minus 101. I just don't trust their bullpen. I wanted to see when it came out with the numbers here, minus 105 for the Rays first 5. That's probably where I'll look to go, if anywhere. But this game's going to be a pass for me overall. I just don't see enough value. Plus, I don't know if Rich Hill's one of those pitchers we can particularly trust right now. He's looked meh so far this year. 1-0, 7.54 ERA, 1.40 WHIP, 13 strikeouts. So he's not looked great. So this game's gonna be a pass for me. Between Kansas City and Tampa Bay. Where are you looking?
Originally, I was leaning slightly towards Tampa Bay. They're on a 4-game win streak. Ride the streaks. They're hot right now. But this one's going to be a pass for me. It's hard to trust Rich Hill. Yeah, I agree. He has allowed 4 runs each game that he's pitched. So it's just a little bit of a... Those are against not as good offensive teams right now. And yeah, he's allowed it against 4 runs in each game against Miami, New York, and Texas. Imagine what's going to happen when he faces a Kansas City team that can hit and a young team. Yeah, the over might be a very nice spot in this one. And I could see going there. I'm going to be passing on this game now and just going to be moving on.
All right, our next game here is going to be the Houston Astros and the Colorado Rockies. Luis Garcia versus John Gray. Minus 120 for the Astros, plus 110 for the Rockies. Where are you going for this one?
This one's another pass for me. Astros are struggling. Rockies are the worst team in the league. It's just not a spot that I want to go after. Line is close. I feel like this is a little bit trappy. But yeah, this one's just going to be a pass for me. I'm just going to move on.
And for me, I'm going to go look at a first 5 number here because I don't trust the Astros to finish off the game for me. I'm going to go the Astros minus a half at plus 125 for the first 5. I feel like there's some value here. We're getting plus money to fade the Rockies. And I mean, I just feel like that's just a good spot for them. So I'm taking Houston first 5 minus a half a run versus the Rockies tonight at plus 125. Our next game here is going to be the Texas Rangers and the LA Angels. We're getting Shohei Ohtani versus Jordan Lyles, minus 184 for the Angels, plus 169 for the Rangers. And some Rangers money has come in. It's moved from plus 175 to plus 169. And looking at this game, it's going to be a pass for me, slightly towards the Rangers on the value side. I just don't want to bet against Shohei Ohtani here with the Texas Rangers, which their offense is really weak. But for this game, it's dog or pass for me. The Rangers won last night. I think they could potentially do it again, but I'm not going to be betting it. Where's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this one's a pass for me as well. Line's way too wide. And I mentioned yesterday that I was looking towards Texas yesterday for that game, but it was mostly because Bundy was on the mound and they were plus 2 dogs. Shohei Ohtani's on the mound. I don't see Texas winning this game, but I'm not going to lay the minus 184, and I'm not going to lay the run line, which is still minus money at minus 1.5 runs.
So. All right, we're going to skip over this Twins Athletics game because they just added that one and the first game into that, and I didn't do any research on the doubleheader today. So we're going to go to our final game here. It's going to be the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres, another marquee matchup for the day. We're getting Chris Paddock versus Corbin Burns for this one, minus 114 for Paddock, plus 104 for Burns. Where are you looking at for this final game of the night?
I'm looking at Milwaukee. And most of the reason is Corbin Burns has been nothing short of spectacular this year. He is 1-1 with his one game that was bad. Like his one loss was when he was going up against the Twins with Jose Barrios, who was throwing a no-hitter at that time. And he lost after allowing up 1 run on 1 hit. Since then, he's allowed no runs. Well, this season, he's allowed 1 run on 4 hits in 18 1/3 innings. I'm going to go grab Corbin Burns. He's been probably one of the best pitchers in baseball, and you're getting him at plus 104. I think he's a top 3 candidate for Cy Young. Obviously, I don't think he's beating out Jacob deGrom, but give me Patrick Corbin at plus money.
Corbin Burns. And
sorry.
I'm doing the exact same thing here, but this is a straight bet on Corbin Burns here because I'm going first 5 minus a half at minus 115. I think this is a great spot for the Milwaukee Brewers. Corbin Burns has been absolutely phenomenal this year, and we're getting plus money for them to be leading at the end of 5 innings. Chris Paddock is not a pitcher I 100% trust on that San Diego staff, so I like the first 5 minus a half for the Milwaukee Brewers in the spot. All right, quick recap, and then we're going to head on out for this video. For me, I am going with the Cleveland Indians plus 102. We're going with the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 129. Miami minus 118. St. Louis plus 114. The Cubs plus 115. And then for our first 5 innings, we're going with the Miami Marlins minus a half versus the Orioles at plus 115. We're going the Phillies minus a half at minus 115 versus the Giants. We're going the Astros minus a half plus 125 versus the Rockies. And we're going Corbin Burns and the Brewers minus a half at plus 115 for the first 5.
I got the Indians plus 102. I got the Braves plus 113. I grabbed the Marlins minus 118. Cardinals plus 114. Phillies and the Giants going under at minus 117. Hung-Sing Ryu and the Blue Jays at plus 102. And then Burns and the Milwaukee Brewers at plus 104 tonight.
All right, and let's head now to our final screen here. There we go. All right, when I add in add-in plays, just entertain the crowd for a minute.
But that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the video. Once again, if you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead, hit that big red button down below. We appreciate all the support. Go ahead and subscribe to the ESB Shorts channel. if you don't have time to watch a complete video. Those are just one play a day, so that you could just get a little bit of a fix in, get your end up being 3 games from us, and it ends up costing you a minute and a half maybe. So you can go ahead and do that as well, or you can tell by the thumbnail, but just watch the video. Yeah, if you leave your best plays in the comment section below. Try to join the contest. Try to win some money, $25, and it's free to enter. All you have to do is leave a comment.
Did you add anything?
No.
All right, then we're good there. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe as always, and let's make some